In this video, I'll be discussing the difference between a critical path activity and a critical activity in a project. Now let's start off with our critical path activities or tasks. Now our critical path activities or tasks are activities or tasks that are part of the critical path of a project. Now what is a critical path of a project? This is a sequence of activities that represents the longest path through a project, which determines the shortest possible project duration. And any delay in a critical path activity will delay your project's completion date. Now let's have a look at an example. So in this example, it's the manufacture of mobile phone data transfer cable prototype, and it consists out of two components. Component 1 is the manufacture of your data transfer wire, and component 2 is the manufacture of your wire end connectors. Now the critical path of this project is component 1, our design data transfer wire, manufacture the data transfer wire, test the data transfer wire. So the duration is 5 days, 5 days and 2 days. And then the assemble of your data transfer wire and your test assembled data transfer cable. So our critical path normally in a project schedule is indicated in red, as you can see. So this is our critical path of the project, and it's represented by a 0 float or slack in your project schedule. So if any one of these activities are delayed, the project will be delayed. And then we've got our non-critical activities, and they are indicated in blue on our project schedule. Now let's have a look at two other examples. So in a building construction project, an activity might be constructing of our building foundation. Now this is part of our critical path on the project because any delay in completing your building foundation will delay your entire project. And in a product development project, an activity might be our product design. Now this is part of our critical path because it must be completed before the prototyping can begin. Now what is our critical activity or our critical activities in a project? Now our critical activities are vital in your project success, even if they are not on the critical path. So a critical activity may or may not be on your critical path. So it can either be a critical path activity or it can be a non-critical activity in a project schedule. Now they are typically high-risk activities in terms of scope, schedule, resources, safety, environment, cost, etc. And they can cause a delay in your project and increase the likelihood of project failure if they are not managed properly. Now let's have a look at some examples. Again, in our building construction project, we might have an activity like safety inspections, which is an activity that might not be on your critical path. Now, regular inspections is critical for the safety of our workers and the overall success of the project. Now, our product development project, an activity like our stakeholder engagement, again might be an activity that's not on the critical path. But gathering our requirements and feedback from our stakeholders is critical for ensuring that the product meets their needs and expectations. If this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my channel for more project management related videos.